old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll talk a cup of kindness yet for days of old lang syne. And here's a hand, my trusty friend, and here's a hand of thine. We'll talk a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll talk a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll talk a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. For old lang syne.
I can't believe that you came into my life. You made me feel again, now it's my turn. You say you've always been a little bit shy, but I can put an end to your fears. Let me show you a place where you gon' wanna move your feet until they start to bleed. DJ, take it away. Tonight is all for you and me. So baby, spin and let the music begin. I know you feel it within, so go ahead and just spin. Just spin for me. Won't you spin? Don't let the doubt in you win. I know you feel it within, so go ahead and just spin. Just spin for me. Won't you? I know it's hard for you to give it a try, but you are not alone. I'm here with you. I think you owe it to this beautiful night to lose all your control. Do it for you. Let me show you a place where you gon' wanna move your feet until they start to bleed. DJ, take it away.
Choking in the background. Afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all well. Thanks very much for coming over and joining us for another Sunday lunchtime live. Hope you're all well. We weren't here last week. We was away last weekend, so this is our first one back for a couple of weeks. The week before that, we was doing the craft fair, I believe, weren't we? Yeah. So this is it's been a while. So anyway, welcome. Hope you enjoyed that. I've noticed when I was watching that, there's a few spelling mistakes. With Brian without a Y, I forgot I've spelled it Brian with an R, so I'll change that. Oh yeah, with an I. And also Susie's, I've misspelled Swiss. So I'll change that before I stick it on YouTube. But anyway, thank you very much to everybody who took part. Some awesome pieces as always. I think there was 27 or 28 people sent their pieces in. So thank you very much for that. It's always nice to see some nice, colourful and some really well coloured pieces as well. So really look good. Right, so today, and the next hashtag one will be on the 4th, I think, 4th of next month. So yeah, look out for that. See what comes out. I'm not going to tell you what it is because that's more surprise. So anyway, so today I'm going to be turning a vase. Didn't know what I was going to do, so I've been wanting to turn a vase with a bluey, purpley tinge to it. So I thought, well, why not do it today? Might not get it all finished today, but we'll see how far we get because I want to lacquer it. So if we can get it turned and shaped today and coloured, and then I'll lacquer it through the week, and then I'll show you guys next weekend. I don't think we're on next weekend. We're away, aren't we, again next weekend? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So anyway, we may be away again next weekend. So anyway, we'll get on with it now, see what we've got. While I get ready to turn this, Nick will welcome you all in. Oosby. 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 Or an R. Yes, you did. Is that your phone go? Ooh, there'll be a knot in there. Where is it? Have you not? Why have you not got no sound then? That's wow. Good old Windows updates. So should have sound now. So I'm just putting a tenon on the end of this, just so we can grab it in a chuck. Talk now. No, no, they still. Why the hell is that not? Why is that not working? Right, they should hit. Oh, hang on. Hang on, just yeah, because yeah, I know what it is. That's the
Updates.
good old Windows updates. Try now.
Right, now can you hear me?
They should be able to hear you now. Every
Right.
time I do an update on the computer, that wipes your mic out for some reason.
Now can you hear me, Malcolm? Right. I ain't going through all that again. I'm sorry. But welcome to everybody on the chat and thank you for joining us on this lovely Sunday day. I do apologise. I went through all that and was talking to myself. So
I was doing you all a favour.
thanks, Steve. I can soon go. I've got plenty of things to be doing. So welcome to everybody. Thank you for joining us. And hope you're all well. Sorry about that.
Just can't get the staff. We checked that and all. I didn't check the bouncy on the OBS though.
Is it not giving you a hint or something? You know,
What?
I shouldn't be on here.
You want to be on it? You love it. You thrive. You've been sat here since 11 o'clock waiting to go live.
You wish.
Right. So we've got a tenon on the end there. Got a mortise on it. So
Afternoon, Joe.
I'm gonna get a rough shape of what I want. Nothing. I don't want no foot on it. I want it to swoop straight into the base. So we're not gonna have no foot on it. So I'm gonna put a parting line on where I'm gonna go to. We're gonna go into there somewhere. That's gonna be our final point. So just get some nice shape on it and see what we can come out with. So I'm going to be using the bowl gouge to use a rough and gouge to get rid of most of it. And then we're going to get down to a certain shape and then we're going to hollow it out before we finish the outside. And then we'll see how deep we can get it. I'm going to put a little bit of a flute on the top of it, just to give it a bit of character, really, more than anything. So I hope you all enjoyed Katie's special guest airworm on Friday night. Really good guest. I really do wish her the best in the future. Really up and coming young turner, I think. So I'm just going to use the bowl gouge just to get rid of some of this on here for our bottom.
Again, welcome to everyone that's joined us in the chat. I did do 50 odd shout outs and apparently then got told I had no sound, so. So I'm giving you all a group welcome today.
Group welcome. Big hug.
Welcome.
Group hug.
Big hug. Oh, lost my screen again. Oh, you took me over screen away.
Yeah, I don't know whether that's the computer going wrong, whether that was the screen. So I thought I'd take that screen away and see if that still does it. If it still does it, then it's got to be the computer. So I'm not going to finish the total curve of the bottom until I hollow out. I'm just going to get a rough idea of my shape. So I'll use a bowl gouge so that's easier. Just going to get my rough idea of my shape before I start hollowing. There's a knot in there, so hopefully we can lose some of that.
If anyone's got a question, if you want to just put it on the.
So I'm just going to bring this neck in a little tiny bit. She's a little bit chunky. So next Friday we have the Battle of the Makers. We'll see how if Joe and Brian continue on their winning streak. No pressure, guys. Right. So that's my rough shape that I'm going to go for.
Wholebound Productions is on.
Oh, Doug, how you doing, bud?
Seen him for a while, have we?
Yeah, it's nice to see him in. He was in Friday night. It's good to see him back. Welcome. Right, so my basic shape, I'm now going to use a Forstner bit to drill through there as deep as I can get. I've got an extension. Where I put it is, oh, here it is, right in front of my face. Perfect. So let's get the Forstner bit and run through there, depending on what size we want. What size do we want? How big can we get through there? That's the question. Need to measure that neck. So the neck is only 63 millimeters. Oh, plenty. That Forstner bit is only 50 mil. Plenty. So let's take the subcenter out. Put the Jacob's chuck in.
Let's have a look.
So we're going to go on back lay for this, I think. So you guys can see what's going on. So slow it down a little bit.
That's what I've been told, Terry, but I haven't been asked. I've been told, so if I'm asked nicely, I might.
Terry.
Hi, are you okay?
Terry said about you being special guest.
So Sid said he's just finished a 3-day turn and get together. Turner's here in Kingston. Caught up with Robbo. He's going well, as can be, travelling around. As can be, travelling around to turn events at the moment. Oh, I'm glad. Terry said he can't hear me again.
Oh, it's bouncing.
Oh no, he said he can. Sorry.
Tell me to turn his hearing aid up.
Turn your hearing aid up, Terry. Because you're over the water, you see.
Yeah,
By
by
a
the
bit
beach.
of water in your ears.
You can hear the waves splashing.
Jim Matthews said, off topic, sorry, I'm insulating my shed. Should the silver shiny side of insulation face in towards the inside of his shed or out towards the outside?
I would have it on the inside, so the heat you generate inside was it's this catch-22 situation, because if you have it on the inside, the heat in the winter time is going to bounce off the insulation and come back in. But in the summertime, it's going to absorb through the back. If you have it the other way around, in the summertime, it's going to reflect the heat back. So insulation's normally got silver both sides, unless you've got you've used big chunks and cut it in half.
Terry said, "Don't swear." Reef's watching as well.
I never swear, Terry.
She says you're deaf anyway.
What?
Not you.
Oh, right.
Terry.
What?
Was Rizzo Colin said hashtag plans for Nikki to adjudicate on Friday.
What time are they being delivered, Colin? I'll make sure I'm here.
Doug from Pole Buns, not bad. I didn't get much, but it's easier to keep up with if I do them as they become ripe. Oh, that was an answer to someone's question. How'd your canning go, Doug? That was Wedgwood Works asking that.
It was canning these tomatoes or something. So we're just going to get this in as deep as we can get it without the extension. Actually, that chuck goes in there nicely. I'm not going to go right down to the bottom with this because I want a little bit of weight in the bottom.
So listen, this is Terry definitely answering this, isn't it?
What's that?
Right. So Brian asked Terry, said, "Hi Ruth, is Terry behaving himself?" And Terry's put, obviously pretending it's Ruth. Of course he is always, Brian. He's waiting on me hand and foot, such a darling.
Yeah, that's definitely Brian. That's definitely Terry answering that. So like, I'm gonna leave this a little bit of weight in the bottom because it's quite high. If I make it really thin at the bottom, then it might topple over.
Sid has asked Steve if he sends a link of a video from the turning event. Can one of the spanner holders post it on here?
He'll have to message one of us with the link because
you just said.
Yeah, it's not a problem. Just 150. Oh, it's down to there.
Do that. Yep. That's fine.
165.
Brian's just put, Terry, you need to stop commenting as Ruth. Barry from Creation said, "See, you got the new Jacobs chuck."
Yeah, I did.
Oh, did you now?
Yeah, it came Friday.
Excuse me.
Yes, darling.
No, not yes, darling.
Thanks, Barry, for that. I'll remember to return that favour. Right, so we have gone right down
Dr.
to about
Bob's
there.
on.
Hi, Dr. Bob. Hope you're well. So let's get rid of that. It's good chuck, actually. Really good chuck.
Oh, I'm glad. $12.99 was it?
That's hot. Actually, it was $11.99. It was on offer. So I saved you £1. Right. So I can't hear a word you're saying.
I'm going to look it up in a minute.
Right, so let's just check out, make sure that's tight. There's a little bit of vibration on there. We'll get that cleaned up on the end there. Spindle gouge. Zoom you in a little bit so you can see a bit better. Look at that. God, I treat you lot well, don't I? What? So I'm just going to gradually put a little bit of a return on there. Oops, not like that, I'm not. A little bit high, that tool rest. So I'm just going to take a little bit out of that with the Simon Hope hollowing bit. But I'm not actually going to go all the way down. I'm only going to do this top half you're going to see. Because it's quite thin at the neck there. And if I go thin, then I might come through the side, which I don't want. So we'll just check that. A little bit of breakout there, where I caught it. Get a little bit aggressive with the tool there, Stephen. So we're going to lose a bit of that now. Damn.
Barry's Wood Creation said, whoop. Terry said, did you get the chuck enactments the other day? What else did you get?
I didn't
he didn't. No, because he wouldn't bite in front of me, would he? Because that'd be naughty.
I didn't buy the chuck enactments. I bought the chuck off of Amazon.
What did you get? What are they called?
Carving chisels. I bought a set of Henry Taylor carving chisels, which I'm looking forward to playing with. So we've lost a little bit of that. Excuse me.
That's karma, that is, for lying.
Own saliva now.
That's karma. Door 60's on.
Right, that's better. Right, so I can lose it. I can put a little bit more of a swan on there because we haven't quite lost a whole lot.
William Rose has got to go. Says catch up later.
See you later, mate. Thanks for coming over. So I am actually going to try and take a little bit out of the back there, but this might be a little bit jumpy for that. So we'll see how it goes.
Colin's got a question. He said he was chatting to a bloke on Facebook about using Jacob's chucks in the tailstock of record DML 320, and he said he was told that they can damage the quill and thread on them.
Okay, what's the difference? Well, what's the point of having one if you can't use it? If you're going to be aggressive with it, then I totally agree. But if you're not aggressive with it, you should be fine. They've been used for years and years and years in the tailstock, so I don't know. I don't know about that one, to be honest. Put a light on so we can see. Oh, let there be light. Can't really see that, can you? You can't really see what I'm doing. If I've got on tailstock, you can't see either, so.
Run my roof tubes on.
Oh, are you sure it's roof this time?
But Brian, I'm glad you've caught Terry out. Would do say, can I borrow your carving chisels?
Yeah. I'm not going to go too mad down here. I'm just going to open up a little tiny bit. Just a shame you can't really see, really. Saying that, I'm struggling to see that than anybody else.
Let me go get your glasses.
I've got my glasses on. The trouble is, it's not really that wide enough to get the tool and you to be able to see what you're doing down there. No, I was watching Emma Ely Wood. I was lucky enough to go and watch Emma Tiny Turner at Ely Woodturning Club a few weeks ago, and she did a really nice piece with a little bit of carving around the outside of it. Not a lot, just just took some little bits out of it, and it looked really effective. So always try and always nice to try and add a little bit something new to our game, to do something a bit more different and just change the routine a little bit. So I thought, trouble is with carving chisels, you can buy a cheap set off of like Amazon or eBay for like 30 quid, but you don't know how good they are. And the last thing you want is to buy a set of carving chisels and they're blunt all the time, and then you end up getting frustrated with them and end up binning them. So I thought, rather than buying a cheap set, start off with a good set and hopefully they'll last. And I'll pass them down to my grandchildren, you see.
The dog ain't going to be able to do much with them, is he?
Hey?
Said the dog ain't going to be able to do much with them.
Right, so that's what I'm going to give that at the bottom there. So let's just sand that up a little bit.
Would do carving finials.
Oh, nice. I've not done any carving ever.
Doug said, I'll have to watch later. I've got to go in a few minutes just to rub it in. I'm going to shoot clay, Steve.
Oh, thanks, Doug, for that. You know, that's all he come over for, to rub it in my face. That's all he does. Thanks for that, Doug. Right, so let's get the inside sanded up. So extraction on. I don't know how much this is going to catch, but I'm starting off with quite a high grit because there's a few little tool marks down there, because that's quite a soft wood I'm using. So I just need to get something so I can. I did have a stick with a slot down it, but I don't know what I've done with it. Just give me 1 second. Nick a sing to you, just to keep you entertained. So let's just put a little slot down that bit of dowel.
Benjamin's on. He said, Steve, make a leather strop for the lathe. Works really well. In your case, so you'll have to use it from the other side of the lathe.
A leather strop?
Just read them what's on here. Stropping wheel.
Oh, I see. Right, I'm with you.
Tipsy Turner's on.
Ben, if you're available, I'm demoing at Ely next month. If you're around, or if you can make it, should I say? Right, so all I've done there is I've just got a piece of dowel and just quickly cut a slot in it with the bandsaw, just so that slots in there like that to save my pinkies. Just a little bit more. Like I said, there's a few little tool marks down the bottom there. But the trouble is, because you can't apply a lot of pressure, it takes a little bit more sanding out. But it's better than getting your fingers down there. Alright, so that's got all the marks out of it. So now we'll go up our grits. That was 80 grit. We'll go up to 120 now if I can find it. So
Chris said,
120.
Steve, you could adopt me, only I would be a grandchild older than the granddad.
You mean adopt a granddad?
Oh, it's Ben's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. Oh, yeah, remember that. Happy birthday, Ben. Hope you have a good day, mate. I should have known that. I should have remembered that. I just wished him happy birthday on Facebook. Oh, get in there. I don't want to get in there that bit. Abranet.
I was going to pop in. I'm back in a minute.
You back yet? Missed you already. Oh, she's gone. We can talk about her now. Right, so I'm going to sand this inside up to 400 grit. The reason being is I won't be able to get in there. Well, I'm going to sand it all up to 400 grit, to be honest, because I'm going to colour it. So hopefully the next couple of weeks, the Makers Auction video should be out, so you guys can all see what's on offer this year. Got nearly all the pictures in now, so it's just a case of getting my backside in gear and doing the video, and then everybody can see some of the amazing work that's been donated again this year. Really appreciate everybody taking the time out and making the effort to help the charity. And if you're not sure, we're doing Dementia UK this year. So I think everybody in the chat knows of or have had a relative who's unfortunately been suffering with Dementia UK. Or not Dementia UK, dementia, should I say. So well worthy cause. And the support I'm getting from Dementia UK has been second to none. So hopefully we're going to get a better response this year than we had last year from the Salvation Army. But we'll see what happens. Right, so 122, 180 we're going to go up now. So 180. So like I said, about 3/4 of an inch in the bottom there I've left, just to leave a little bit of weight in it.
And I'm back.
She's back. Can't talk about it now.
Leonard Davis is on.
Good evening, good afternoon. Right, so
Evening.
240. Well, it might be evening where some people are. So a bit 240. That sanga takes up to 400. Get it nice and smooth inside. And
Would you said his first workshop plaster of the day, and it's only 1 o'clock.
It's not a good thing.
Oh, for goodness sake!
What's the matter now?
That child of ours, she's a liability, I tell you.
Who?
Chloe.
Well, what's she done now?
Well, just let me read the chat first. Woodwork Learner said, do recall saying hi to everyone all at once without using names, doing a Nikki. It's because I went through it and no one could hear me.
Yeah, but did you go through it? Because nobody could hear you. No, did you really go through it, or are you just saying that because you can't be bothered to go through it? Oh, come on. So 320 this one, then we've got one more after this one, and then we'll be finished. With the sanding on the inside, the outside will be much easier and quicker. So
Look at this.
what's she done now? She's absolutely she's useless.
So either falls down the stairs, hurts her ankles, or... So
Well,
Doug's got to go. Take care, Doug.
See you later, Doug. Thanks for coming over.
Oh, pole barn, Doug. Do you
Thanks
know
for
what? You
coming
let your
over.
daughter go on holiday. Let
Well,
her out of my sight for
We
10
didn't let her go on.
days.
You didn't let her go on holiday. She's an adult. She can go on holiday when she likes. But
She's still my baby. Goes on holiday for 10 days and she hurts herself.
well, she's got a bruise. She didn't really hurt herself.
She walked into a safe door.
I bet she was drunk.
It looks like someone's bit her. No, she it does look like a bite, like someone, not a gnat bite, a proper.
Bite.
Mm.
Right. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Right, so that's the inside sanded up to 400 grit. Don't know if you can't really see that, but that's all sanded up in there, 400 grit. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to refine this a little bit.
So that just reminded me something I thought I saw earlier. Let me just have a look.
I'm just going to refine
So,
this.
Amy said she's got a great uncle's memorial this coming Friday, who had dementia. That's what the fundraiser is going to be for this year, the dementia, because it just hit a lot of people, and we know that it affects everyone different, but it's not nice at all.
No. It's not.
We've been through it with Steve's nan, and it's very, very, very nasty.
Well, not for them because they don't remember.
Thing to have for the relatives, you know. But you just have to, unfortunately, sometimes just go with it, you know. It's very horrible.
Bring it a little bit closer, all right? Just make sure it's in focus. So I'm just going to refine this shape a little bit, just make it a little bit more presentable, and then we will get it sanded and then get some colour on it. So I'm just going to gently refine this using a little tiny spindle guard for this. And I'm going to part it so it's just a flat bottom on it. I want the curve to sort of go round the corner where it's sitting on. So I'm going to try and get that as far round as I can get it. I'm going to remove a bit of this because we don't need this no more. And I can just gently bring in that. That should only have a small footprint then, hopefully. Like that. That's what I want. Just a little bit there, I think, to get rid of. Well, I think that's the shape I'm going to go for. Sometimes if you keep messing around with it, it just gets beyond where you want it. So that's where I'm going to keep it. So I'm going to have a swig of drink. So I'm going to take that from 240. No, I'm not. I'm going to take it from 120. Sorry, not 240. Up to 400. So extraction on. Light off. Don't need that on no more, do we? We're just going to bring that round that edge. So we've got a rounded edge on there. Oh, we're keeping up.
I know, but I didn't lay in later than what I did. Oh, that was naughty.
Just check that. Make sure you got all the tool marks out of it. So, yep, no marks. So we'll just get a little bit of paper, just where I can't get the sander in, and just finish that bit in there.
Oh, just seen a kitten.
No.
That was ever so funny because we took Libby home well, I didn't take home. We stopped just after the Sutton Bridge last night. Libby came in our car, and she, as we pulled up, in the lay-by was a cat, alive, and that did run off. And I was going, Kerry, no, you're not taking it. My sister does have a thing for cats.
And kids. So that's 180, 240.
Oh, I can't stop yawning yet. Oh.
So we just get the 240 and rub down the back of that, just to get in where we can't get with the inertia sander. Now we're going to go to 320. So if anybody lives within the Norwich area on, I can't remember what day it is, I think it's the 2nd.
I think it is.
Friday the 2nd of September, I will be doing a demo there. So if anybody lives within that area and wants to come and say hello, be good to see you. Question in the chat, you fall asleep or what?
Sorry, I'm reading the paper. Colin said, did you say what wood it was?
No, don't know what it is.
Well, woodwork learner, I would have chopped some carrots, but I was one of the unfortunate people that got caught up in the Tesco glitch on Friday night, or Friday, which started off at 1 o'clock, I do believe. So I had no shopping delivered. And being out yesterday, I was not brave enough to ask Steve to take the shopping in solely. So my shopping is coming today now between 3 and 4. So there you go. So I have nothing to chop. The fridge is bare.
It is beer. I had to eat grass with the rabbits last night. The tea.
Yeah, no, that's why I found McDonald's wrappers in the bin.
Yeah, they loved it.
Even my poor rabbits ain't got no cabbage. I have to go buy the cat some meat because she ain't got any. Poor little sod.
Right, so it's just a little bit on that corner. I want to just polish out. Where is it you can never find the one you want? I just want to refine that edge a little tiny bit. So 240, 320, 400. So we're just going to get the 400 again, just rub it off of that edge.
We had quite a pleasant weekend away, didn't we, bud?
Yeah, it was alright, it was nice. Any disadvantages? We had to come home.
Yeah. But on the plus side, we come home and the house was quite tidy.
Well,
it was the kids' tidy, which was better than their tidy last time. Or not, as the case was.
right, so there's our shape. All sanded up to 400 grit. Ready now for some colour. Now I'm going to go with plum in the bottom, bringing it into blue, I think. So I'm going to use the airbrush for this because I want to get that nice transition line. So let's get the airbrush. So I'm going to do my purple first. If I can find it. Plum. Plum. Actually, I'm going to put some gloves on just in case. This is a piece of wood that came from Michael Howe when I was in Devon last year. So I bought, I think it was 6 blanks, about 4 inches by 4 inches by whatever length that is. That is 200 mil long, and I bought them specifically for some vases, whatever you want to call them. And I've done 2. I did the yellow one and I did the red one for Nick. But I've been wanting to have a go at a bluey, purpley coloured one for quite a while. So
yeah. Colin Izzard's got to go.
see you later, Cole.
Chris Dodd said, what?
Says what?
What did you say?
Said see you later, Colin.
Oh. And Chris Dodd said, did you count the rabbits after Steve had dinner? Yeah, they're both still there.
All right. So extraction on. I'm going to put a board on the bed of my flame as well. So this down low, extraction on. I'm going to blow that in from the back there. And as I come up, I'm going to pull that away. So it gives me a nice transition line. Not a lot coming out there. So I only want the purple to come to where it starts curving into the neck of the vase. So I've got the brush down really, really low. As you can see, there's hardly anything coming out of that brush. It's a lot easier to put coats on than it is to take them off again. So better off doing many little coats rather than massive coats and end up flooding it. So let that dry a little bit. While I'm doing that, I'm just going to clean that out. So I'm just going to put another coat on there. Right, so as they're coming up, I'm pulling the brush away to get rid of those, to feather that out. So as you can see, it's gradually feathering out as you get higher. That looks a bit stripy at the moment, but as it dries, that will look better. So just get hot air gun on that and dry that a little bit. Ooh, bit of dust in there. Don't worry about if you make it too dark. You can always sand it back a little bit.
That's a nice colour, that is.
So because I've got a couple of stripes in there, I'm just going to sand that back a little bit. I'm not quite happy with that.
Oh, Terry, you're so funny. Quite young to be falling apart.
All right. Ooh, that was really good. What's going on there? Real loads coming out there now. All right, so let's dry that off.
Oh, you made that too dark now.
I'll be all right
We
when I
do
see
dark
colours.
at the bottom.
All right, when that's finished. All right, so that's the plum coming into a lighter plum, or fading into the top. So now we're going to get sky blue. Clean the gun out. Mid blue, sky blue. There we go. All right, so sky blue.
Benjamin said the new Woodturning mag's arrived and it's on fruit. William Kenny's got a question, but the screen's gone off. Do you need a certain compressor for the airbrush, or will it work with a standard workshop unit?
Well, with a standard unit, mine's on a big compressor. You can buy a little hop. It's typical, isn't it? Blue's just run out. You can buy a little hobby compressor, but mine's on a big 250 litre compressor. I just got it regulated down to about 20 psi.
Terry put the consolation is that he married a nurse, so I thought. Never had any sympathy for 44 years though. Good on you, Ruth. Woodwork Leonard said, Ben, that's a grocery mag, not a turning mag. It's turning what you need to get in your shopping, mate.
So I'll do the inside of that blue. So we'll dry that off now. Now this colour will fade a little bit when you put your sand and sealer on it, so it won't look as dark as that.
That's good, because it is quite dark.
It's wet as well, so that dry will be different.
Benjamin says he's hoping to get a new barbecue for his birthday.
Oh, good man. Let us know what day and we'll be there.
Amy's got a cat watching as well.
Right, so that's a little bit too dark, so I'm just going to get some 400 grit sandpaper and just rub over that quickly. Just try and get that a little bit lighter.
Oh my god.
Right, so that's just took some of that colour out of that. Just glossed a little bit on that edge there now, so we just gently feather that in. Not as much as that though. That airbrush needs cleaning out. That's either all or nothing. I think it's a little bit damp. That's the trouble.
So, Ruth has said, no point in giving sympathy. People just swallow in it, become too negative. Actually, I have a lot of patience over the last few years. Yeah, we know, Ruth. I don't know how you have managed. I really don't. I think you need a medal, mate.
The roof award. Right.
When are they back, do you know?
I don't know, gone for 2 or 3 weeks, I think. Right, that's
Then you've got to help the poor old boy get his workshop sorted.
Yeah, his fans are missing him.
Because I bet he's missing not
No, he's not. Ruth is, because she don't get the peace and quiet.
yeah, but she likes it now because he can sit in the office and be on his computer. He's not in the living room, is he?
Well, this is true.
So she gets a bit of peace there, bless her.
Right, so I'm going to give this a coat of sand and sealer. Hampshire Sheen pre-fin sand and sealer. Oops, if I don't spill it all over the floor. One of those days today. Put everything where it shouldn't be. So using your sand and sealer, you can blend those colours together better as well. So we're going to give this a couple of coats because we want it to soak our into our wood to seal it nice, ready to get a nice finish on it. And you are going to get the colour come off of it. You can't get away from that. But what it will do is it will take it and seal the wood as you put the sand and sealer over it. So making sure we get it right down to that bottom part. As you can see, that's really
I've got my t-shirt.
your dinner, I think. As you can see, that's really fading it, feathering in that colour nicely. It actually looks quite dark for sky blue. It's not usually, don't usually look, but I think because the wood's quite porous. So I'm just going to give that one more coat, and then I'm going to denib that. As you can see now, the sand and sealer is still soaking into the wood really well. So that means they're still thirsty for more. So we're just going to let that flash off, and then we're going to denib it. Oops.
So Woodwork Learn has asked if Terry can turn from a stool or is it too painful? Douglas said, Terry, I need training. Blink and screen.
Oh, no, there's nothing I can do about
I
it.
need Terry training like you when Ruth shouts you jump. Amy said silver embellish and wax? Question mark.
I don't know.
Which Woodwork says, hey Nikki, got 2 bunnies running in my backyard. Yeah, we have at the minute. He put dinner came to me tonight. Terry's put, she is Amy, because Amy said, I hope Ruth's relaxing. He said, she is Amy, I'm even feeding her grapes. That's how I treat her, anything she wants.
He's a creep, isn't he? He's a creep.
Oh, I don't know if Ruby Claire's going. Leroy 500's on, so Tori's late.
Hi, Leroy, how you doing? Never late, mate.
Benjamin's put, you're so lucky to have someone like Terry Ruth.
All right, so look at that. See what we've got.
Donna said, looks lovely.
Thank you.
And Ruth's put, yes, Amy, I am relaxing. In fact, may go out for a spot of sunbathing if it's not too hot.
All right, so I think just another coat of sand and sealer, just to make sure we've got it totally sealed.
I hope Terry didn't take his mankini with him, Ruth.
Oh, God.
For it in the sun in.
For God's sake.
What, you just caught it?
No. If I put as much on the tissue as what went on the floor, it'd be all right.
That circle in that bit of wood looks nice. Where it splits the colour.
There.
Oh, Douglas Mungham's got tortoises. Right in the size of dinner plates. We used to know a bloke and lady around the back that had a tortoise, didn't they? Used to,
Yeah.
they had some mesh round that used to just go around the garden. Yeah, I agree, Copper Owl. He's put, I love what's going on around that knot. Looks really nice.
I'm going to give up in a minute and go home.
Turtle stew, Douglas. They even come with their own bowl.
Right, it's Dean Ibis.
It would work. He said, Douglas said, not pies. Stop putting them on plates. So Brian with a Y said, Steve, do coloured pieces need to be kept out of direct sunlight when finished, or are they colour fast?
I don't think the colour's colour fast, but obviously it depends on what you put over the top of it. If you put most lacquers, I would imagine, are UV protected nowadays.
Ours has been on the table, and we get quite a bit of sun in, and that. But you have polished that, ain't you?
Yeah, I polish it with car polish. That means it's got like a UV protection over the top of it.
Douglas put Nicky. He has his budgie smugglers on.
Bloody hell! Right. Right, so let's just blow out that knot. So, I was going to put some Guild cream over the top of it because I've got a copper one.
Waiting for the butt.
Oh no, but I was going to try it because I've never
Right,
tried.
I'm going to then. Not I was going to. I am going to.
I'm going to. So a bit of chestnut products. Guild cream. Take the price tag off of it.
Oh, Wi-Fi's rubbish out here.
There ain't no Wi-Fi here, that's why.
Oh.
So copper. Oh, wrong camera, Steve. Wrong camera. So copper Guild cream or chestnut products. So put a bit of this on and see what it comes out like. Oh, that's a lot. So apply it exactly the same as we do the embellishing wax.
Douglas said it looks like a fish with its mouth open.
What, a turtle?
Oh, what you turned your Wally.
Oh, right. Just push that down there a little bit. Don't want to go miles down there.
It's rather warm.
We're just going to use this cloth just to work this in. And then we're going to wipe it all off again.
Grandpa Jim Woodturner's on. He said hello all, a bit late or very late.
All right, Jim. Never too late, mate. Good to see you.
Well, he is if you when you're finished.
Well, there is that. We're just gently going to buff that off. Like I say, you don't need to apply any pressure. All we're doing is just removing the excess of the Guild cream, really. So just gently buff that over. You should just see a hint of that. You can just see a hint of that in the grain.
Sid's got to go.
See a Sid?
Colin's got a question. What's the difference between the waxes?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest, Colin. Couldn't tell you. Guild cream's a bit more pasty. As you can see, it's very wet compared to the embellishing waxes. Embellishing waxes are more of a wax than a paste.
Oh, Douglas said the knot looks like a fish with its mouth open. I thought you meant the vase.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, the Guild cream is more of a paste rather than a a wax. So,
Oh, you still got no internet, Brian. That's ridiculous. He's put no live from me tomorrow. BT and Openreach are still trying to fix the reliability issues.
yeah.
So a Premiere instead. Oh, mate. That's been ages.
Yes. Been way too long. Right, so I'm going to part this nearly all the way out. I'm going to undercut it slightly on the bottom. Just so it sits on the edge rather than... So we've undercut that slightly so it's sitting on the rim of the bowl rather than, or the vase rather than the actual base of the vase. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean all the dust off of that, and then we're going to get a coat of lacquer on it. And what I'll do is I'll build up the coats of lacquer over the next couple of days. I had a tin of lacquer here somewhere, but I'll put it back on the shelf. And we'll build up the coats of lacquer over the next couple of days, and I'll show you. Well, I'll put it on social media when it's done.
Oh, Amy said should have put a foot on the vase.
No, people moan if you put a foot on them, Amy. Right, so I'm going to turn the lathe right down. Sometimes it's nice to have a foot on. I've done a couple with a foot on, but sometimes it's just nice to have that vase as it swoops round. It casts a shadow on the table, so it's nice. So I'm going to spray a bit of this, turn this on low, spray a bit in there, just so we get a bit of a coat in there. And like I say, just a couple of gentle coats over it, just to give it a couple of key coats. And then gradually build up that shine to get the shine like a mirror. Mirror? No, mirror even. It's one of those days today. I can't pick up things without knocking them over. Can't speak properly. Oh. So what I'll do is I'll give this 3 coats today. Then I'll leave it till tomorrow night. Then I'll cut it back a little bit with some 400 grit. Then I'll give it another 3 coats tomorrow night. And then I'll do the same on Tuesday and Wednesday. And by the end of Wednesday, it should have about 10 coats over it or 12 coats over it. And then what I'll do is give it a final 3 wet coats to build that depth of shine up. And then once that's had 24 hours to dry, I will stick it on the shelf to allow to dry for another couple of days. And then once that's had 48, 72 hours to dry properly, I will then come back and gently polish it back to get that absolutely immaculate gloss shine on it, hopefully. But it just takes time to build up those layers. If you don't allow it to dry properly on the final wet coats, what will happen is when you're buffing it, the friction will cause the lacquer to bubble. Because we've put a gild cream over it, there's a little bit of wax on the surface. So if the lacquer gets hot and it's not perfectly dry, it will start to peel. And obviously we don't want that.
So you got some comments. So Gary Glass said back. He hates work on Sundays. Loves the colour.
Thank you.
Colin Woodridge looks stunning, Steve. Leroy 500, beautiful colour. Wedgwood works beautiful, Steve. Leonard Davis looks looking amazing. Amy's put looks allsy, Steve. Terry said looking great, Steve. Well as usual. Grandpa Jim said I do like the blue colour. Nice job, Steve. Thank you for every comments. Woodwork Learner looks great, Steve.
Thank you very much. So I'm just going to give this one more coat quickly, and then we'll knock it. Like I say, as the more coats you put on, the richer, the deeper the shine will come. So you'll see as you put the lacquer on, the colours will really come up compared to what they were before.
Trouble is, I always think cameras never do it justice, do they?
No, they never do. Doesn't matter how well you get a camera tuned in, it'll never give it the true colour. Because I mean that the one that's on now looks really too vibrant, and this one actually that looks more realistic of the colour it is. But none of them give it a true colour.
So Douglas Mangum said, showpiece. Michael McKeown, awesome job, Steve. Woodwork Learner colour really stands out.
Right, so that's dry now.
Amy
So
said,
one more coat.
awesome. Doug Miller says, have to run. Great live. The vase is lovely. We'll catch the rest later. Bye, guys.
See you later, mate.
Malcolm Douglas looks super. Love the blue. Colin said, that's shiny. Barry's wood creation looks amazing, Steve. Ivan Makes have said, wow, what a time to join back in. That looks awesome. Christina Michael Heseltine looks great, Steve. Leonard Davis said, do you leave it in the lathe all week?
Do I leave it in the lathe?
Yeah, you don't, do you?
I will. I'll leave it in the lathe until it's coloured, until all the lacquer's on it. Because I don't get chance through the week to do a lot of turning. So once it's had its 12 coats, then I will take it out of the lathe until it's ready to polish up. So let me just flash this off, and then I'll stop it, and you'll be able to see the true colours of it. So I don't like to stop it until it's touch dry. And like I say all along, we're only putting thin coats on. You don't need to put heavy, thick coats. It's the last 2 coats or 2 to 3 coats that are heavy coats. That's when you have to be really careful because you can get runs in them. Your first 10 coats are really fine dust coats, just to give it the building up the depth of the lacquer. Once you've got the depth, then you can give it the final wet coats to give you your good finish.
Brian Hartwood, great job, Steve. Nearly as good as one of mine, lol. Colin said that Woodward do that belongs in the Louvre. Yeah, they were putting it in the downstairs bathroom.
Very good, Nick. That's quite witty for you,
That
actually.
is for me, bum bum. Our bathroom's green, so that's got a bit odd, really. Yeah, so.
Right, so as you can see there, the shine's starting to build. So I'll leave that now for till tomorrow night, and then I'll come back and give that another 3 coats, and then gradually build up the coats on it until we get a nice shine on it. So turn the extraction off now. So I think we can't go no further at the moment on that, but it does look nice. As you say, that when you put your lacquer on, it really does bring those colours out. You can see the purple going into the blue, those knots where it's a bit of hardwood are slightly different colours. So yeah, it looks good. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Right, so take this smock off because I'm sweating. Oh.
Yeah.
Right, so let's come back. Right, so thank you very much.
He said, Colin said, likes the dollop of gold in the knot.
Yes, where that knot was, there's a void, and that's just got a bit of bronze.
I've got a feeling you'll lose that.
Why?
Or one of your kids, no doubt.
You
know nothing's sacred.
I'll never be rich for them about.
Chloe did have that bowl.
Did she?
I've put it up.
Oh, right.
I told her I'd put it away for her.
Right. So I will keep going on with that over the next few days, and then I'll stick up for social media so you guys can have a look. Not sure if we're going to be doing a live next Sunday, but we will be back Friday night with Battle of the Makers. So keep an eye out for that link, and we'll see what happens. Will the Wood Warriors crack it out, or will the Gold Hunters pull another one out of the bag? We will see.
Will Brian be able to do it if he's got no tint in it?
Well, he was all right Friday night, so we'll see what happens. So anyway, a massive thank you to each and every one of you guys coming over and checking or coming over for the live, and a massive thank you to each and every one of you guys for giving me constant support. As you may have seen the other day, I've just hit 350,000 views on the channel, so a massive thank you to each and every one of you guys for that. And I'm nearly, I think I'm about 6 or 7 away from 3,300 subs as well. So looking forward to hitting the 3,500 mark. When I hit the 3,500 mark, I will be doing yet another giveaway. So hopefully hit that before Christmas. That'd be nice. So other than that, I'm going to go. And like I said to you guys earlier, if you're about Norwich on the 2nd, I believe that's a Friday, I'm doing a demo for the Norwich Woodworking Club.
I
and
thought it was
also,
a Thursday night you was doing one.
no, it's a Friday night.
Oh.
And also on the...
I don't know, you've written them on the calendar, I can't remember what they are.
Let me just check. It's the second, and the... I think it's Wednesday the 7th. I'm at Ely. So if you're in any of those areas, pop over and say hello. It's always nice to see you guys. And you never know. You might be able to pull the mick a little bit. But we'll see. Anyway, guys, have a great weekend. It's bye from me. Say bye, Nick.
Bye, Nick.
Take care, guys. Have a
Take
great
care.
weekend. Thanks for coming over. Speak to you soon. Bye for now. Bye.
Bye.
That's all, folks.